There is likely to be things that you've seen before, things that you've heard before, things that you've experienced before, but I do hope that in one or two cases there will be something that's new and fresh and vital. Speaking about fresh and vital, the title, what does this squiggly line mean? Now, some might think that's me being unduly flippant, but really it's not. The sense of symbol in music notation is a codified language, full of squiggly lines, full of straight lines, full of dots, full of lines, full of whatever you can imagine. Indeed, as we move to graphic scores themselves, the only limit really is the imagination. Indeed, that very question, what does this squiggly line mean, is a question that's equally asked, I think, by students of music who are engaging with music notation for the first time, as well as professional musicians engaging with graphic scores for the first time. Here we go. So, a preponderance of squiggly lines could mean that, or all of its replications. It could exist on the horizontal. There we go. Could exist on the horizontal plane, like that, or the vertical plane, like that. It could exist in this form, in guitar notation, tablature form, on the bottom, replicating the actual geography of the fretboard, transliterated into music notation above, that sense of vibrato. It could be those bends, it could be those lines with the arrows attached to them. And it could be something like this, where there's a range of lines indicating some sort of pitch oscillation. Now that gives a general sweep of some of the squiggly lines, but first, before we can start to appreciate what embedded meaning these symbols might have, we need to really ask ourselves, what is music notation? Well, a more traditional sense of music notation is a symbolic language of instructions that is, for the most part, readily understood by composer and performer alike. Inherent in that is a degree of flexibility that's been retained, flexibility that allows for interpretation by the performer. This next point I think is quite useful. An important point, that a page of music notation is not music. It is a set of instructions for the realisation of music, or perhaps for the study of music. Having said that, of course, the notion of a Western model of music notation